Jalen Milroe is back at the top of the NFL draft radar once again after a brilliant game against the LSU Tigers this past Saturday night. Now, earlier this season, I did a video where I discussed Jalen Milroe's ascension on a lot of NFL draft big boards during this 2024 season. I talked about how his game might be able to translate to the NFL level. I gave you some player comparisons and some advanced stats. So today I wanted to hop on and discuss one more player comparison in addition to some additional data that we can add to the equation while we discuss what it is that Jalen Milroe needs to do in order to be considered a first-round NFL draft prospect. But before we get started, I do want to remind you to check out our website, footballscout365.com, where you can find all of our NFL draft written analysis, NFL draft big board, all of our player rankings. You can find that and a lot more on our website, footballscout365.com. Okay, so we've seen enough of Jalen Milroe to fully understand his strengths and weaknesses. And one of the key talking points ahead of the 2024 season was his ability to adapt in a Kalen DeBoer style offense versus what he had already experienced under Nick Saban in prior years at Alabama. So far, Jalen Milroe, he has had his ups and downs this year, but it's obvious that Kalen DeBoer and his offensive coordinator, Nick Sheridan, have found a nice balance between utilizing his ability as a runner and how that can open up the passing game for him as well. Now, so far, statistically speaking, Milroe, he's on pace for 2,700 passing yards in a 12-game season. Now, he had 2,800 passing yards in 13 games just a season ago. He has as many total interceptions in 2024, by the way, as he did in all of 2023, and he is pacing fewer touchdown passes this season as well. His rushing yard pace is 756. Now, in 2023, he had a total of 468 rush yards, so he's clearly doing a lot more as a runner in 2024 as compared to 2023. Now, against a poor LSU defense this past weekend, Milroe exploited their bad run defense and their ability to really defend all 11 against him as a dynamic runner. He posted 185 rush yards against LSU. He had a 72-yard run, by the way, where he was able to display his breakaway speed in the open field. He also rushed for 4 touchdowns in this game. And this game, by the way, was on the road at LSU, and it was really a big-time game for Alabama to kind of solidify itself as a playoff-level contender. Now, Milroe, he is improving in key areas that matter the most to NFL scouts. The first key area is his overall accuracy, and year over year, he is up 2 full percentage points since 2023. He has improved his completion percentage overall from 65% to 67%. The next key data point to consider, you talk about the overall passing accuracy, is the quarterback's adjusted completion rate. The adjusted completion rate, and we've talked about this numerous times in previous quarterback evaluations, what it does is it removes the drops and the mistakes that are made by receivers, and it provides a better idea of just how accurate a quarterback actually is. And in 2024, Jalen Milroe, he ranks 22nd among all quarterbacks with at least 100 pass attempts with an adjusted completion rate of 77% according to Pro Football Focus. Now in 2023, Milroe, he actually ranked 58th in adjusted completion rate. He was on target 73% of the time a year ago. By comparison, top notable quarterbacks in 2024 in adjusted completion percentage in college football currently that are considered NFL draft prospects, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, they both rank in the top 5 with an adjusted completion rate of 82%. Now, Jalen Milroe, he is obviously not on the same level in terms of overall accuracy as a Shedeur Sanders, who I consider to be one of the top 2 quarterback prospects in the 2025 NFL draft currently. The other quarterback that I'm considering as a QB1 prospect is Cam Ward. He is actually just behind Milroe in the adjusted completion rate category. He ranks 29th in this category with an adjusted completion rate of 76%. Now, what about the 3-level accuracy for Jalen Milroe this year? The short, the intermediate, and deep levels of the field. We talk about the 3-level accuracy pretty consistently when we discuss the quarterback position, and the most translatable of NFL throws are the intermediate throws. So I'm going to focus on that. These are the 10 to 19 yard range of the field, for example. So the medium range throws that you see more often at the NFL level. Now, Milroe, he currently ranks among the top names in the 2025 NFL draft discussion in terms of his medium range accuracy in 2024. His adjusted completion rate is at 70% currently, while Shedeur Sanders is just ahead of him at 71%. The two names in this category in terms of quarterbacks in the NFL draft discussion are Jackson Dart, who has posted a 74% adjusted completion rate at the intermediate range, and Ohio State's Will Howard, who is posting a 73% adjusted completion rate at the intermediate range of the field. Now, the other key component that you really want to focus on when you're evaluating the quarterback position is their accuracy under pressure, and really focusing in on that adjusted completion rate in throws against pressure. And for Jalen Milroe, he has faced some form of pressure this year on 33% of his total dropbacks, and he has the 8th best adjusted completion rate among all quarterbacks with at least 50 dropbacks, according to Pro Football Focus in 2024. That is a great number for him. That is great improvement, because in 2023, Milroe faced pressure on 35% of his total dropbacks, and his adjusted completion rate was at 65%. So once again, he is showing growth in key areas that you want to see from him as an NFL draft prospect. Now, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the video here, Milroe is starting to show off that elite athleticism a little bit more in 2024. His ability to really execute the zone read game, that element of his game in this Alabama offense is really proving to be one of his elite traits. His ability to really see things and really take off as a runner, really hold that zone read as long as he can, just riding it into the middle before pulling it and really taking off with that football. Love seeing that in his game. And obviously LSU's not a great opponent defensively, but anytime you can run for 185 yards on the road at night in an SEC game, especially at LSU, that's a big deal. Now, the running aspect of Jalen Milroe's game, I think that's going to prove to be the most valuable thing, especially if he decides to enter the 2025 NFL draft. Today's young quarterbacks, they absolutely need a way to bridge their ability to improve as a passer. Being able to run the football like he does can absolutely be that bridge for him. Top quarterbacks in today's NFL, like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, both of those guys, they were great runners entering the NFL. Josh Allen utilized that to bridge himself as he improved as a passer. In the Buffalo Bills, they had no problem doing that, allowing him to really grow as a passer while utilizing his skills as a runner. We all know what Lamar Jackson is as a player, how he entered the NFL, one of the most dynamic players we've ever seen at the quarterback position, if not the most dynamic quarterback we've ever witnessed. I'm just going to say it now. I think Lamar Jackson is the most dynamic quarterback we've ever seen as a runner. And then you add in the passing element and how he has improved over time. You absolutely cannot deny it. I mean, Lamar Jackson's looking at another possible MVP season here in 2024. Anytime you have that kind of ability and you can also throw the football and you add that running pressure element onto a defense like that, it's just, I cannot describe to you how important that is. So overall, that's where I'm at with Jalen Milroe currently. I'm not certain that I would recommend that Milroe just head to the NFL right away right now. I think he should absolutely think about it. I think that he could really benefit from one more year at the college level at Alabama. I think there's the right pieces around him. The right coaching staff is in place to really help develop him. But if he does, in fact, leave early, I believe he has all the tools, if in the right situation, to be a really good player in the NFL down the line. All right, so let me know what you think. Do you believe Jalen Milroe has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback? Should he enter the 2025 NFL draft, or should he just wait one more year? Once again, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more great NFL draft content.